Hey there, thank you for joining me. Today I'm discussing retiring in South America on a pension. If you're new here, please click subscribe. Now let's get started. If you're relying on Social Security, the average payout is $18,000 a year. If you're relying on a federal government pension to retire from a federal job, the average is $20,000 a year. And if you are relying on a military pension for retirement, the average is between $30,000 and $70,000 a year, depending on if you were an enlisted or a commissioned officer and how long you served. Now, if you are fortunate enough, you can actually get all three of those simultaneously, and that would put your average at 68,000 to 100,000 a year. All right. So what makes South America so appealing to retire? Well, first, overall it's more affordable to live. You can stretch your money further there. Also, you can have your Social Security, military pension, or government pension directly deposited in many of the foreign banks. Also, there's a slower pace of life in most of the cultures, and some people might find that appealing. And health costs are a lot cheaper there. Now, I will discuss three countries to consider if you are interested in retiring in South America. First, let's talk about Argentina. Two cities there to consider is the city of Mendoza, located in the central western part of Argentina, near the Chile border, and on the eastern side of the Andes. The city was founded in 1561 and is absolutely beautiful. This city attracts many people who are interested in mountaineering, hiking, horse riding, rafting, and skiing. Next, we have the city of Buenos Aires, which is the largest city in Argentina with over 15 million people residing there. It is considered one of the most diverse cities in the world. Also, it is known for its European architecture and rich cultural life. The temperatures in both of these cities stay within a range between 40 degrees and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so you should be comfortable year-round. So, how much money do you need to retire here? Well, the typical salary of people who live in these cities is around $20,000 a year. This makes it ideal for anyone who's receiving a pension. Although, if you're solely relying on Social Security check, it could be a bit of a stretch. What about the language? Well, around 6 to 15% of the people in Argentina speak English, more so in Buenos Aires. So, you will have to consider taking some basic Spanish classes if you do not know the language. Now, for healthcare. There is public and private. Argentina provides half of their population with free public healthcare, but expect long lines. For private healthcare, an appointment for a doctor will roughly cost you about $13 per visit. The next country is Bolivia. Now, I personally have a bias for this country since I'm half Bolivian, and I visited this country about 4 or 5 times in the past. The two cities to consider here would be the city of Sucre, and this is the constitutional capital of Bolivia, which was founded in 1539. The striking part of this city is that it's completely painted white. And also, Sucre is home to several museums, including a dinosaur museum and a textile museum. And here's a picture of me enjoying the city of Sucre. The second city would be the city of Cochabamba. This is the third largest city in Bolivia, and it is known as the City of Eternal Spring. Sounds nice, right? It is in a valley in the Andes mountain range, and it also has one of the largest statues of Jesus Christ in the world. And here again is another picture of me enjoying Cochabamba. So how much money do you need to retire here? Well, the typical salary of people who live in these cities is between $10,000 and $15,000 a year. This makes Bolivia the most affordable country on this list. Regardless if you're relying on a Social Security check, a pension, or whatever means you have, you should be fine financially here. However, when it comes to English, less than 2% of Bolivians speak English. The good news is that Spanish classes are inexpensive and plentiful, and basic Spanish will be required to survive here. Bolivia has a public healthcare system that offers free healthcare to about 70% of its citizens. For a private healthcare, you're looking at an individual paying about $200 a year. The final country is Colombia, and the two cities to consider here are first the city of Santa Marta, which is a city on the coast of the Caribbean Sea in the northern Colombia. It was actually the first Spanish settlement in Colombia, its oldest surviving city. This city is on the bay, and it is a prime tourist destination in the Caribbean region. The next city we have is Bogota, which is the capital and the largest city of Colombia. This city has a very popular gold museum, and also some of Colombia's universities are among the oldest in America. The average temperature here is about 58 degrees. And in Santa Marta, it's a little bit warmer with an average between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So, how much money do you need to retire here? In Bogota, the average salary is 15,000 a year, and Santa Marta is slightly less at 14,000 a year. Once again, with just your social security check or a pension, you should be doing fine financially. Also, about 2 million people in Colombia speak English, which is about 4% of their total population. And healthcare will run you on average about $50 to $60 a month. Also, keep in mind that US passports work differently in each country. In Argentina, US citizens need a visa if they plan to stay for longer than 90 days. For a retirement visa, you need to prove that you have at least $820 in recurring monthly income. In Bolivia, U.S. citizens with a visitor visa can stay up to 30 days, but not to exceed 90 days per year. In Bolivia, U.S. citizens with a visitor visa can stay up to 30 days per trip, not to exceed 90 days per year. To qualify for a residency visa, you need to show that you have at least about $500 coming in each month in recurring income. In Colombia, U.S. citizens can stay 90 days at a time. To qualify for a retirement visa, you must show that you have at least $750 recurring income monthly. So, which country would you prefer to retire in? Please let me know down in the comments. Well, that wraps up my video on retiring in South America on a military pension. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.